Got it.
Do you want to start, Nick?
Yeah. Welcome to the very first ever episode of Drop the Clutch. I'm Nick. We've got
I'm Ruth.
Ruth there. And we've got a guest down below, Dan.
Good evening, guys. How the devil are we?
All
We're going
right.
to try and run this every fortnight or so, I think.
Sounds like a good plan.
See where we go from there. Discussing all things speedway and yeah.
Okay, so what should we talk about first?
Let Dan go.
Oh my God, I could go for hours.
Well, we've only got one, so condense it.
Well, I'll try to. I don't know, because there's that much to talk about. You just can't think of what there is to talk about at once. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, I'll go.
Okay.
Why, after one of the driest summers on record this year, were we still running meetings at the beginning of November?
Because we're British Speedway, and this is what we do. We don't take advantage of dry weather, and we go into wet November meetings that nobody wants to go to.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, what was it? About 3 weeks in the summer where there was not a single meeting anywhere in the Premiership. I don't know about Championship, but yeah.
I think us at Scunny, we went 5 or 6 weeks without a meeting.
That's just unheard of.
But I don't know if it's the same at Brum with yourself, Ruth, but at Scunny, that's kind of become the norm now. You get halfway through the season and then that's it. You've got a 5 or 6 week gap.
Well, to be honest, at Birmingham, we had a set of meetings, and then by the middle of September, we'd finished. Because we had a meeting every week throughout the summer because the promotion were trying to take advantage of the kids being off school to try and get as many in the door as possible. So I don't get it about having a break in the middle of the season. Surely it would make more sense to use the time in the summer when the kids are off school.
British Speedway doesn't make sense anymore.
No, this is true.
I mean, I've only been following for about 6 years myself, and each year it's just got more and more confusing as opposed to more and more clear, as it should. The longer you follow something, the clearer it should become.
Yeah.
But each year that's gone by, it's just like, what?
What's that rule change?
Yeah. Why can't we go back to the good old days where we had the green helmet and everything was simple?
What, back 2007, you mean?
Yeah. Well, good times then.
True.
Way before me.
We still had Stoke in the league back then, so quite a few other teams as well back then. Royals.
We didn't have Leicester though.
No, this is true. Leicester hasn't
Speaking
been
of
built
which,
yet.
What do we think to them coming back up to the Premiership?
Thank God.
I'm glad it might be more viable with 7 teams, but to be honest, the fact that they're so dominant in the Championship makes me think the same as Dan. Thank God, because I don't like that track. I hate it with a passion.
See, I bet you're hoping for Poole to make the jump as well, because how dominant they've been as well.
Yeah. I don't see that happening though.
I think the thing with Leicester is they had the perfect canvas to build a track, and they kind of built it wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the stadium's really nice and the food is average.
It's pie in a pint. What do you expect?
Yeah. But yeah, I'm pleased Leicester's jumped up. It gives you Premiership at least an extra 2 meetings. well, 4 if you include right away. And if the rumours are to be believed, they're not going just to make the numbers up.
Right.
Oh, good. It's what we need. We need it to be more competitive in the Premiership, because in recent seasons I've been like, oh, well, I don't really want to watch the Premiership because the Championship looked like the better product, to be honest.
I get what you're saying, and to be fair, and I don't mean any like disrespect to these guys, but you've got your likes of Scotty Nichols, Chris Harris, Sam Masters, and dare to say this one's a little bit close to home, but even like Ryan Douglas, riders that are potentially too good for the Championship.
Yeah.
Just like coming in our league because it's easy money for them.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Because they are of such a standard in the Premiership, it's like, using football, it's like Cristiano Ronaldo going and playing for Bury.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't happen, would it?
No.
No, I totally get where you're coming from.
Well, to be honest, look at Sam Masters, and he's Edinburgh's number 1, but he's also Wolverhampton's number 1. How is he riding in the Championship with an average of nearly 11 points? How is he allowed to ride in the Championship on that average?
If the rumoured Championship team building average is to be believed, then it will be very difficult to fit him in.
Yeah.
Is at the minute, I believe the rumour going around is 40. Which, for Championship, I think that's quite fair.
I do. I've built a pretty good Birmingham team off the average sheet under 40 points, so I quite like the sound of that.
Yeah, we've done some teams as well with Scunny, and you could fit some good teams in there, but with Scunny, we'll still win NAFO at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there any news on what the predicted average for the Premiership is?
I want to say 42.5. I think they're scrapping the Rising Star thing.
Okay.
I don't know whether I agree with it, because I don't think I agree with scrapping the Rising Star thing. But when a rider gets of a certain average, you obviously move up. But then, like the season after, that club's number 8. So in Sheffield's case, Connor Mountain gets a proper average, goes into the team, and then Dom Thompson from this year would be like the reserve.
Yeah. But then
steady progression.
You look at Bellevue, where Todd Brennan went from number 7, was it, up to number 2 at one point.
He's had a phenomenal season.
Yeah, no, I was saying though, because like you were saying about the Rising Star, how they're going to jump up this season. Well, Tom's already been there and done that, hasn't he?
Oh, absolutely.
He's catching Charles Wright up nearly. Tom is, with his average in the Premiership. He's not far behind.
That's scary when you think about it.
I also think he's on a false average in the Championship. He's just, I think it's 6.88 last time I checked, which is just shy of 7 points.
Mm-hmm.
So if he doesn't go back to Glasgow this year, which I've heard that rumour a couple of times, I reckon he'll be a bargain for any Championship club next season. If he decides to ride in the Championship, that is.
He will.
Well, he said that he's definitely looking at Poland and possibly going up a league from where he was last year. So, I have to see on that one.
Although, I'm being biased because of how many times he guested for my team during the course of the season. I generally would not mind if he signed for Birmingham next year. Not gonna lie.
I've heard that rumour.
I have
No,
a lot.
I think it'd be a good signing for the Brummies if you could get hold of Tom.
Well, it's easy travelling for him as well, because I heard he's like North Staffordshire based. So up to Bellevue and then down to
he's basically
Birmingham
smack between the pair of us, isn't he?
Yeah.
So, I have to say, because I've not heard any rumours apart from what was on the front of the Star the other day about Bellevue. Mate's looking at coming back next year.
Yeah, that would be good.
I'd love to see him again.
I'd say you've got to try and keep hold of as many riders from the current team as possible.
We've got to hope they stay fit.
The question is, will Robert Lambert come and do a full season or just ride in the playoffs again?
Yeah.
Sorry, mate, I had to bring that one up.
No, mate, it's fair's fair, you know. I didn't think it was fair at the time, but on the flip side of the coin, I did because of the situation we were in with the season-ending injury. But to assign Lambert was a bit of a low blow, so to speak, to the other teams. We could have got somebody else from another team within the UK that wasn't on a ringer's average, as they're saying. But, you know, we signed him. He did what he did.
Yeah, for sure. The rule book, though, I think that's, well, we say it every other day as Speedway fans. The rule book needs rewriting, but rewriting simpler.
It does.
Yeah, it needs to make sense. Because what was it? You can't make a sign-in before 25% or after 75% unless there's a season-ending injury, which in Bellevue's case there clearly was.
Yeah.
Max Frick, like, borderline paralysed himself.
Pretty much, yeah.
What was it? Punctured lung, bruised broken sternum,
shoulder blade, etc.
Yeah,
pretty nasty one.
But it states that they can make a change if there's a season-ending injury, which it clearly was.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Fair play to them for taking advantage.
Yeah, it's just, you know, did we take too much advantage?
Yes, because my future husband, Simon Lambert, won you the league and I still haven't peeled my heart from it yet.
You still haven't forgiven him yet?
Yeah, we've got a bit of a bromance as me and Si.
Oh, fair play.
We've spoken about the Championship and the Premiership quite a bit. Should we have a chat about the National League and how Leicester did a clean sweep of all the honours this year? League champions, KO Cup and Pairs.
They didn't quite do a clean sweep, though, did they?
True. Jordan
Jenkins won the National League Riders final, and if you haven't seen it, go check it out on Scorpions TV. Not a cheap plug at all.
There is that. Oxford won that, but yeah, pretty close, to be honest. I think the track gave them a bit of an advantage though, because like you're a young rider and you've got to figure out how to ride that, and you're like, well, if you can ride Leicester, you can ride anything.
Pretty much.
They say that about Monmore though, don't they?
This is true.
They used to say it about Eastbourne.
Oh yeah,
right.
Eastbourne the egg.
But we all know that saying belongs to one track and one track only, and that is Plymouth.
Yeah, that one's Tidgy.
I've never seen it, to be truthful, so I can't comment.
I've only seen photos, but it's tiny.
Right.
I don't even think it's quite 200 metres.
Oh, wow.
It's like smaller than your average roundabout, like in the middle of a road.
Yeah. That's shocking.
Yeah.
Apparently it makes good racing though. I don't know. I've never been.
It's got better over the years. I'll give it credit where it's due. It's got a lot better over the years.
No, that's 200 metres is tiny.
Yeah. Oh. What put it into perspective, the Birmingham ones 292, I think, off the top of my head, meters.
And I think Bellevue's
Also-
like 340 something.
That's massive.
It is.
It really is.
I know Scunny's what, 285?
Saying that, Sheffield, Ollerton's not much smaller than Bellevue, if it's
Nah.
any smaller at all.
The straights are skinnier though, aren't they? They're slimmer at Ollerton.
Yeah.
I want to say ours is 362 at Sheffield, but I could be very wrong.
Oh, ours might be a bit bigger than that, because I know it's one of the biggest physical ovals, and it's one of the widest as well.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the better tracks in the country.
Yeah, I'm going to try and get over to Ollerton next season.
Make a little weekend of it. Get to Birmingham on a Wednesday, Sheffield on a Thursday, and Scunny on a Friday.
I wish I could, but I've got kids and a job and everything, so it's not that easy.
Just fuck the job off, bring the kids, and you'll be all right.
I can't do that. I work at the speedway.
Yeah, he's a security guard at Bellevue.
Whoa, you're really cool, you.
He gets to watch the speedway while he's working, and he gets paid to watch the speedway.
To be fair,
It's
so
not-
do I can't lie.
It's not that simple, Ruth.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if you're a security guard at Bellevue Speedway, I've got to ask this question.
Go on.
How hard did Jason Doyle throw that bin at a fan?
I couldn't honestly tell you because I was in the south stand and it happened in the grandstand.
Fair enough. I just thought I'd get that question out there because I was very intrigued.
Yeah, from what I've heard, it was quite a doink, but I was over the other side of the track, so I honestly couldn't tell you.
Fair enough.
It must have been something special, though, because Tom Brennan came running out of the pits trying to calm the situation down.
Oh, bloody hell. I mean, I've seen, like, rumours and that going around on Facebook that, this happened and some pissed up fan was, like, I can't say what got said, otherwise this would get, like, exposed.
Struck off before it started.
That's the one. But
yeah,
apparently some rather drunk fan was shouting abuse at Jason.
From what I know, it wasn't just Jason, it was their rising star.
Right.
And basically anyone that had a mechanical issue that night, which there was a lot.
Yeah.
Because there was lots of chains getting dropped, wasn't there? There was a couple of punctures, just bikes cutting out.
Was that the playoff or the league match?
It was the league match, like early summer, wasn't it?
Yeah, now I remember.
Wasn't it like a week before Cardiff?
Quite possibly, yeah. It was around Cardiff time, yeah. And basically there was a couple of fans that were just lagered up and a bit too rowdy and shouting abuse at any of the witches that went past, and Doyley had enough.
Yeah, in that respect, I can't fault him then.
No, he was looking after his team and his teammates and himself at the end of the day, but should have known better being a professional athlete.
There's nothing professional about being a speedway rider, let's be honest. We could ride for 17th in 7 days, especially over here.
Yeah.
Tom Brennan did, didn't he?
Yeah.
Was it
Tom Brennan and Chris Harris guest pairs.
The week of the rerun of the British final, he literally did 7 meetings in 7 nights in 3 countries.
Jesus. I must apologise if there's any religious people watching.
Yeah, he rode for Bellevue twice within the week. His Polish team, I think he rode in Sweden as well. Ruth will correct me on that if I'm wrong. Or Denmark.
Huh.
But he did like 7 meetings back to back, didn't he?
Yeah.
Jeez. That's
Might
a
have
lot.
even been like the under 21s in there as well and all that.
You know, I think it might have been. No, it wasn't that week of the under-21 final, because that was August. Because that's the week he crashed on the Monday at Mama Green. So it wasn't. I'm trying to think when that was. You know.
I think it was towards the end of August, beginning of September, but I can't remember because I've slept since then, as they say.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree at that sort of time scale.
Yeah, because lots of fixtures would have been cramming right then, wouldn't they?
Oh no, that's still too early to be cramming fixtures in. Get it to about the 1st of October and we realise that we've got about 500,000 league fixtures to do. We've already done the playoffs, but we've got 5,000 league fixtures to do that nobody's going to turn up to.
Oh no, I meant like the Polish leagues and
they're
the
sensible
Swedish.
then, yeah.
Yeah, so
They're finished by the middle of September.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying I think it was around the beginning of September because they were trying to cram the last of their fixtures in.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Okay, let's talk about Edinburgh and how they've managed to get another year at Armadale. Is anybody surprised? I am,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yep.
I thought it was
I thought they were done and dusted for a couple of years and then be back soon, as they say.
No, I had a gut feeling I'd have another year at Armadale, especially with cost of living and cost of absolutely everything going up. But at least it gives them that extra year now to go out and try and secure a bit of land for another track.
It does.
Well, apparently they have somewhere, but it's just obviously getting it developed and getting it built and so on. So they've now got an extra 12 months on top of what they thought they had to get this new place built.
I suppose same goes with Peterborough for the East of England Arena, doesn't it? They've got
What's
another
happening
12
there?
months as well.
They've got Peterborough's got one more season at where they are at now.
Yeah.
But from a very, very, very reliable source, they have actually secured another plot of land to build another track.
Oh, fantastic!
That's good.
I don't know when that news will go out, so you've heard an exclusive.
Yeah, first episode exclusive.
It's gotta be true now, otherwise we're gonna be in the shit.
Yeah, I'll take if it turns out that they can't get that plot of land, I'll take this one on the chin, lads and lass.
All right, fair enough.
All blame him.
That's the one.
Now that's cool though if Peterborough have secured somewhere to rebuild.
Definitely. Need to keep teams in and keep them going.
Yeah,
not sustainable, permanently losing teams year after year.
Yeah, because who's gone now? The Robins went. Newcastle have just gone, haven't they?
Yeah.
Was there another team that went this year?
No, it's just Newcastle.
Just Newcastle, I think, but
they're not looking likely to come back at Brough Park. Apparently all the speedway stuff has been taken out.
Right.
I'm concerned a little bit of this because we've got some of the air fence at Scunny.
Yeah. I don't think they'll be back anytime soon then.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
No, but as much as I've got a lot of time and respect for Rob Godfrey, the chairman, I'm not said that because I work for him. I do genuinely have a major respect for him. It's time that him and the rest of the BSPA sort of was like, well, look, we're losing tracks year after year after year. We need to put on a plan to try and help these clubs secure the land for the futures.
Definitely.
Easier said than done, right?
But yeah, but we need more national speedway stadium, so to speak, where it is just a devoted sports stadium for that sport.
We need more Buxtons coming through. That was a quality Sunday afternoon out.
Yeah, that was good. Although, to be honest, when it rained up there,
It rained.
yeah.
Well, it's like, is it Workington?
Yeah,
North side,
They're coming
yeah.
back, aren't they?
yeah. They've got a beautiful new track coming out.
Yeah, Dan Bewley's rode it several times this year, hasn't he?
They just got to build some pits and some bits and
Some
pieces
sort of
like
stand, yeah. But was it his prep for Cardiff? He was ripping round it.
Yeah. Apparently, it's a lot like Bellevue circuit. They've taken inspiration from that.
I think it's similar between it's a mix of Bellevue and Redcar put together. To be fair, I think it's
quite wide and it's got the banking on the corners and
like as wide as Bellevue, but maybe about the same sort of size as Redcar.
Okay.
But it should be a really fun little track, and hopefully we'll get to go at some point.
From what I saw of Dan ripping around it pre-Cardiff, it looked pretty mega. But you can't really tell from one lad ripping around a track, can you?
Not a GP superstar as well.
Yeah.
Especially if it's just going to be holding like National League meetings next season.
That'll be the start, won't it? National League, then maybe Championship.
I hope we come back into the Championship at some point. Workington meet as well is good.
Was it the Comets back in the day, was it?
That's the one.
Yeah.
So,
Workington Comets.
I've just had a pop-up. This meeting will end in 10 minutes.
Oof.
Okay. Should we wrap it up?
I think a half-hour long first show's good enough.
I think that was pretty cool for the first one, innit?
Yeah, man.
But we've had a good chat and divvied up some opinions between each other, and I'm pretty we've had a pretty good first episode, I think. Thanks for being on the first episode, Dan.
Not a problem. Not a problem at all. If you guys want me to come back on, I'm just a message away.
I was going to say much appreciated, and we'll be in touch in the future, definitely, because it's a long off season, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I don't think many riders will want to be jumping onto an unknown podcast in the off season, really.
Oh, you might get the odd one or two, like, but
but you know, obviously Ruth and I have got aims for the likes of Woofy and Doyley and Lambert and Bewley.
I've got some business cards made up that I'm going to try and hand out at Motorcycle Live if any riders pop up.
Send Simon Lambert a message because he will come on. I'm sure he will.
Yeah. Okay.
But one of them, start from the bottom, then work your way up, and you'll get there.
No, that's what I mean. We've got ambitions of hitting the top GP riders and getting them on. Obviously, I know it's not going to happen overnight.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, thanks again. It's been good.
Yeah.
Not a problem. We've enjoyed it.
I'll give this a watch back and see how it goes, and then awesome.
Great.
Cool beats. Thank you all.
Cheers for watching, guys.
See you all soon. Next episode will be a couple of weeks, maybe.
Yeah.
So it's bye from me, Nick. I want to say bye to everyone.
See you soon.
Good night.
Bye, guys.